when a general of African descent crossed the sea from North Africa with an army of Africans. His name was Tariq ibn Ziyad, and the rock where he landed still bears his name, Jabal Tariq, Gibraltar. Christian chroniclers wrote of him with awe and fear. Rodrigo Jimenez de Rada, a Castilian writer centuries later, recalled him as the black-skinned Saracen general who brought ruin upon the Visigoths. The earliest witness, the anonymous author of the Chronicle of 754, painted the moment with terror. The reins of their horses were as fire, their faces black as pitch. The noble Goths were broken in an hour. O luckless Spain! Tariq's arrival was more than a conquest. It was the opening of a new age. His victory shattered the old Visigothic order, and from the ashes rose a new kingdom, Moorish Spain, where Africans would rule on European soil. From that beginning came dynasties. Abd al-Rahman I, a prince of the fallen Umayyad house, fled through Africa after the massacre of his family in Damascus. In 756, he established himself in Cordoba and built a new emirate. The Arab historian al-Makari described him. He was of dark complexion, tall, and of noble African bearing. Abd al-Rahman was more than a survivor. He was a builder. Under him, Cordoba grew into a capital of power and sophistication. Gardens bloomed, libraries multiplied, and the Mosque of Cordoba began to rise, its arches a statement of a new order. He proved that Moorish kings were not simply invaders passing through. They were rulers of Europe itself. Generations later, Abd al-Rahman III declared himself Caliph of Cordoba in 929, making his kingdom the equal of Baghdad and Cairo. His power was vast, his learning profound, but his appearance was remembered most vividly by those who saw him. The historian Janina Safran notes, drawing from Arabic sources, that his complexion was dark, his hair was thick and curly. His African ancestry was clear. Yet in European paintings centuries later, he was often whitened, his true features denied. Under Abd al-Rahman III, Cordoba became the most advanced city in Europe. Hasdai ibn Shaprut, a Jewish envoy, marveled that it contained more than 70 libraries and learning from Africa, Arabia, and beyond. The city streets were lit by lamps, while London and Paris remained dark and muddy. A black caliph presided over Europe's jewel. The line of kings continued with the formidable Al-Mansur ibn Abi Amir, remembered in Christian lands as Al-Mansur. Rising from humble beginnings, he became the most powerful man in Cordoba, leading over 50 campaigns against the Christian north. Ibn Idari, the Moorish chronicler, wrote simply, "He never lost a battle." In 997, his armies carried the bells of Santiago de Compostela's cathedral on the backs of Christian captives to Cordoba. His name was spoken in France with dread, the Black General Almanzor, whose raids shook Christendom. His power extended beyond Spain, proving that Moorish kingship was a force across borders. From the Sahara itself came another king, Yusuf ibn Tashfin of the Almoravid dynasty. Ibn Khaldun, the great historian, described him. Dark of skin, thin and ascetic in his dress, but mighty in his command. When Christian armies threatened to overwhelm Moorish Spain, it was Yusuf who crossed into Europe. At the Battle of Sagrajas in 1086, he crushed the Christian forces and restored Moorish control. He ruled both Morocco and much of Spain, a black king whose empire spanned 2 continents. Yusuf built Marrakesh into a capital, but his shadow fell over Europe, where his victories preserved the Moorish thrones for generations. The Moors did not confine themselves to Iberia.